Good morning to all guests and Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Daniel Andrew. I am Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all for our 349th meeting of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. As everybody in their life has the mission to achieve, we Toastmasters Club also has the mission. So our mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their leadership and communication skills, resulting in developing their personal growth and self confidence. Before we get into the meeting, there are three ground rules to be followed during the entire meeting. The rule number one, mute your microphone and turn off your camera. If you are moving, that may be distracted during the meeting. Rule number two, as Toastmasters, we should not speak about sex, religion, and politics. Kindly refrain from speak about these three topics during the meeting. Rule number three, do not cross talk or unmute when the speaker is speaking. So with this, I'll start this meeting and now I'm going to introduce an amazing Toastmasters, our presiding officer. He is born and brought up in Chennai. He is an MCA graduate. He is working in the IT sector for more than 14 years as a functional consultant and specializing in manufacturing, supply chain, distribution, and costing verticals in Oracle Apps ERP. He is a fitness enthusiast with other interests including Cinephile, Epicure, Bibliophile, and Photophile. He aspires to reach maximum heights in public speaking and professional communication through Toastmasters. Now I welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Shivakumaran. Over to you.
Thank you, Daniel, for the warm introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and I'm happy to be your presiding officer today. It is a very chill day here in Chennai. Morning, I couldn't wake up. I find really hard to wake up, but somehow I'm here and meeting with you all. I'm so happy for that. And to start with, I want to uh, start the meeting with the Tirukural. The Tirukural is அகன் அமர்ந்து ஈதலின் நன்றே முகனமர்ந்து இன்சொலன் ஆகப்பெறின். That means a person who speaks good word with a smiling face is thousand times better than giving so many gifts to the other person. That is, a good message with a smiling face is more treasured than so many gifts. We are Toastmasters here have gathered to sharpen our public speaking skills and leadership skills. And if we are able to speak with a smiling face and with deliver our message with good words and good deeds to our members and to all the audience, that is the highest uh, noble cause we have done in today's meeting. With this message, I would start this meeting 349 and I would like to get some introductions from our guest. And I would like to request guest Jashwanti to give a brief introduction about herself to all the members. Jashwanti, can you please introduce yourself? Okay, she's not so. She may have some problems. Muthupandi, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Well, good morning, everyone. I am Muthu Pandey. So I have overall 13 years of experience in the IT industry. I am a working professional. So I am an introvert person. I like to travel across the world to explore more. So this is about myself. So here I'm coming for to learn communications as well as I need to develop my personality. So that is the reasons I joined here. Thank you for this opportunity to join this.
Thank you, Muthupandi. Welcome to our club and welcome to meeting 349.
Thank you.
And we have our regular guest, Nitya. Can you please We know about you. Still, can you please introduce yourself?
Good
Nitya.
morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Myself, Nitya Soundarya. I'm from Puducherry Toastmasters Club. I'm waking up early only on Wednesdays. It's because of Wake Up Chennai's meeting, and I'm a homemaker. I have two kids, and I'm working on my communication skills to restart my career. And I believe Toastmaster is giving good support in improving myself. I hope all others are also enjoying Toastmastering. Good morning and happy Toastmastering all.
Thank you, Nitya. You have stood with the Tirukural, what I have mentioned today. With your smiley face and with a good message, you have
Shiva, you are on mute.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
yes, yes.
Please.
Now we can hear you, Jashwanti. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm Jashwanti, and I have passed out in 2025. Working in Standard Chartered Bank as a trainee, and yeah, this is my second meeting in Wake Up Toastmasters. I came to know about it with Shivakumar sir, I think so, and I'm eager to participate in the upcoming sessions and hope I'll be doing my best. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jashwanti. Welcome to our club. Thanks for introducing yourself. Then our regular guest, Uma Natraj, please, Uma Natraj, few words.
Yeah, happy to be here. I believe that learning is a continuous process. And Toastmasters is a great platform to learn and get great takeaways. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you, Uma Natraj. Welcome to our club once again. And with this, we almost completed all our guest introductions. And without any further delay, I will move on to our next section, which is TMOD introduction. Today's TMOD is taken by our renowned Toastmaster, seasoned Toastmaster, a distinguished Toastmaster, Satish Menon. He is a first generation IT entrepreneur who, after more than 2 decades of entrepreneurship, is now looking at experiencing the remaining items from his to do bucket list. He has been a Toastmaster since December 2013 and has held multiple positions at the club, area, division, and district level. He was the district director of District 120, a Toastmaster, a District 120 of the year 2021 and 22. Please join me in welcoming Satish Menon for the role Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, President Toastmaster Shivakumaran. A very good morning to everyone. The theme of the meeting today is a very different theme. It says, why are we here? And in the context of Toastmasters, it's very, very important for every one of us. Because whenever we do something in life, we always do it for a reason. And the reason could be anything, right? Because we want to get something out of anything that we try to achieve in life. When we go and study, okay, but there is something that we look forward to. Okay, after studying, this is what I want to do. Okay. We don't blindly go and study something because there is a subject out there. Okay. The only person I would recollect who did something like that is the late Sir Edmund Hillary, who was a very famous mountaineer. Most of us will know that he was one of the first person who climbed Mount Everest. And when somebody asked him, what made you climb Mount Everest? He said, I climbed because it is there. Okay. But for a lot of us, But even in that, he had a purpose because it is there and he was a mountaineer and he wanted to climb there, be the first person to get there. So there's a purpose that all of us have in life and everything that we do. Even turning up for Wake Up Chennai meetings at 7 a.m. in the morning, we wouldn't do that unless there is a purpose behind that. Okay? Why would somebody get up at 7 a.m. in the morning just to sit in front of a Zoom meeting unless you don't want to learn something? So there is always that thing of saying that we have a purpose for everything that we do in life, and Toastmasters also is the same. A lot of us come into Toastmasters because we know that we need to improve our communication skills. That is basic. But a lot of people come in for different reasons. I mean, in my 13 years in Toastmasters, I've seen people come in. I don't know why the timer clock is flashing. Maybe I'll figure that out later. Uh, in my 12 years of experience, in 13 years of experience in Toastmasters, I've seen a lot of people come here. Some come for improving communication skills, some come for networking, some come because they want to get over their stage fright. Some people come here because they want to network. Some people come here because they want to be effective writers. The list can go on and on. But at the end of the day, it's all about saying that, yes, we need to be better at something. And that is the reason of why we are here. And that's very, very important in life, because if you don't have a purpose of why you're doing something, you will just meander along. Okay? You will just go do something because the other person is also doing it. Okay? You will do it because it is the flavor of the season. Okay? Or you will just want to know that, oh, I'm a member of some club. That's the reason why you'll go and do something. Okay? So there is a lot that we all need to understand, and there's a lot that we need to kind of keep in mind before we step into doing something. That's going to be the theme of the day today. So as we talk about it more, so let's get into our meeting. And every Toastmasters meeting, as we come here, we have to learn something. Okay? That's one of the why of why we come here. And the learning is always gradual. Okay? You can't become a master in one day. Nobody has become a master of anything in one day. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort for you to become a master in something. And in Toastmasters meeting, whenever we give a speech, whenever the meeting runs, we always need feedback. Feedback is only what will help you improve, get better. And that's the precise reason why in Toastmasters we have a role of a general evaluator and a team of people who will help us to understand what we did right, that we did not do, and what is it that we can do better. So today's general evaluator role is being played by a new member of our club. He is a cloud consultant by profession and an organic farmer. He loves doing organic farming, is what he said. His passion lies in building sustainable solutions that make a real impact. He loves photography, cooking, baking, and playing the guitar, and is also a fitness enthusiast. So please welcome our general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Bala Murugesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish, for the warm introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and friends. As Satish was mentioning, the discipline plays very major role in growing our day-to-day operations. As a general evaluator, my role would be is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I take note. I make sure everything, what happens, what doesn't happen on time. I will evaluate each participant on how is that they proceed further, or whichever is more on the at the end of the meeting, I will give the report when asked for. Over to you, Toastmaster Satish.
Please call the tag team.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we have the... Okay, the persons who are introducing the tag team would be timer DTM Priyan. She is ex software developer, and she is also running her own firm, an ex marathoner. Over to you, Priyank.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As a timer, I will be showing the green, yellow, and red card as a minimum, mid, and maximum time. So you'll be seeing the cards flashing in my background. For prepared speeches, 5 green, 6 yellow, and 7 red, 10 green, 11 yellow, and 12 red. For table topics, 1, 1.5, and 2 minutes. And for prepared speech evaluations, 2, 2.5, and 3 minutes. Once the red card is flashed, you will have 30 seconds grace period. Once you go over time, you will not be eligible for the best voting. I wish everyone will stick to the time. All the very best. And thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, TTM Prem. The next comes the interesting profile in Toastmasters. As I mentioning, it is easy to catch somebody doing wrong, but there is a separate role in Toastmaster where their objective is to catch hold of the filler words. It's called as R counter. This is for the benefit of the new members and the guests who are available. The R counter role would be is to make a note of usage of filler words like or repetitive words. We have Toastmaster Santosh Subramanian, who was working as a project manager in TCS, who's a father of two and passionate in public speaking. He's a fitness enthusiast. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh. Santosh, is it audible?
No, he has not yet joined. We can go
Okay.
with the next participant.
The grammarian would be okay. Again, for the benefits of, I think there's a grammarian role who helps to correct our English. We have Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, who is the director at Exter Premedia Services, and he's passionate about learning new things, traveling, public speaking skills, and pushing boundaries. Over to you, Toastmaster Vijay Kumar.
Thank you, General Evaluator Bala. Even though that's not my introduction, it's somebody's introduction. I'm happy to
Sorry
take
for
that. Okay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. I'm your grammarian. So it's like it's the role is more like a grammar police or a language detective. So I'm here to watch all of your words throughout this meeting. Don't worry, I'm not going to arrest you or going to put your name in the notice board something, but I'm here to help you to refine your language skills. In line with today's theme, why are we here? We are here to learn, to grow, and most importantly, to communicate better. In order to communicate better, we have to enhance our words. Every day, learning one word will improve our vocabulary skills. That is much required for any language, right? So there is a word of the day for this meeting, which is embellish. I repeat, embellish, which means to improve. So, to make it more interestingly, we can add some extra things. Say, for example, Vijay embellished this presentation by adding some funny jokes. That's not going to happen anyway, but just keep in mind, Vijay embellished this presentation by adding some funny jokes. Or a chef embellished his dish by adding some extra herbs. So this is an example sentence for that word. I request all the speakers of this meeting use this word, not only here, everywhere in your conversation, and make it memorable. I will back with my report at the end of this meeting. Yeah. Thank you, I hand over to General Evaluator Bala.
Thank you, Grammarian Vijay. Everybody will be embellished to make use of their time for the benefit of their personal growth. I would be called at the last to make sure what is the findings in the report about today's meeting. I hand over the control to TMOD Satish Menon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala, for explaining the roles of the general evaluator and those of the team. Since there is no R counter role, does anybody want to play the R counter? It's a great experience just to take a role on the fly and then play it. This is also one of the things that we are here to learn. Anybody wants to volunteer?
Jashwanti Muthupandi.
Okay, if nobody is there, let me, if it is possible, I can do it. If somebody is
Go
going
ahead,
to
you
be,
can do it.
yeah.
Thank you, Bala.
Thank you.
So today we have some people taking on multiple roles, which is also good. Though it's not advisable in the normal scheme of things, but yes, sometimes we do need to improvise as we go along. Before we get into the prepared speech segment, we have the secretary report. So Toastmaster Keshavan, are you ready with the secretary report for our last meeting?
He also hasn't joined it.
Okay. So we'll just skip that for now. So when we just talk about 2 words about why are we here. Okay. As I mentioned, a lot of the people join Toastmasters for a lot of reasons. And public speaking is just one of the reasons. It's not the only reason. I've seen a lot of people who joined Toastmasters. The best example that I could see is when I attended one of the conventions in the past in the US, and I just got talking to a person who must be in his, at that point of time, in his late 70s. He was from the US, and he's been a Toastmaster for almost 35 years. The best part is that if you go to the US and you meet all these Toastmasters, a vast majority of them would have spent at least 20 plus years in Toastmasters, okay? Which is something that we don't see in this part of the world. But there you see a lot of people who have 20 plus years in Toastmasters. And they are very, very passionate about what they're doing. And when I ask this person, he says that I go to Toastmasters meeting every week because I love to learn. I love to share my knowledge with people. And then I asked him, have you ever gone up the leadership chain or something? He says, no, the maximum I've gone is I've been an area director. He says, have you not gone beyond an area director? He says, no, I don't think I wanted to go down that path. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. Okay. So it's like almost 25 years in Toastmasters. He goes to his club meeting every week. He helps Toastmaster members. He travels to other meetings and he helps them. And he's very happy doing it. And you could see the passion in him. There was one person who I interviewed when I was the district director for an area director role. And that person had spent time in the US a lot before moving to India. And he was telling me in the interview that in the US, people do travel a lot for Toastmaster meetings. They don't have too many clubs close to each other like we have here. And sometimes they end up traveling 1.5 hours for a Toastmasters meeting. And there he says he had seen some of the evaluators who are very senior people, okay, by age and also by Toastmasters experience. When they give an evaluation, they will give a very detailed evaluation. And after this meeting is over, they will actually sit with you for 1 hour telling you how you can improve your speech. They have got no reason to do it, but they will do it. Actually, he says, I have taken so many evaluations from people who sat after the meeting with me, dissected my entire speech, and also told me that this is what you are supposed to do. Okay. He says that is the passion that they bring. For them, that is why they are here in Toastmasters. And one of the other examples which I always quote to people is their people are very, very professional, are very, very clear in the roles that they're doing. Not that we don't do the same here, but why I'm saying that with an example is most of us will know Mark Brown. Mark Brown has been to India a lot of times. He's one of the past public speakers, world champion of public speaking. And whenever you go attend a world convention, Toastmasters World, he's the one who gives he's the MC, you can say. So all the announcements that come in the background is done by Mark Brown. A very distinctive voice, you can clearly make it out. So Mark was telling once that after he won the world championship, he goes back to his club. That's one of the best thing about all these world champions. Okay, once they become a world champion, they don't forget where they came from. So they still go attend their club meetings. They give their speeches. So Mark said that I went to my club meeting after that, and I gave a speech because I was supposed to give a speech as part of my educational journey. So he gave a speech. End of the day, when the evaluation session came, the evaluator stood up. The evaluator read out the evaluation and told Mark Brown, "You will have to repeat the speech because the speech is not in line with the speech objectives." Now, some of us here will think, how can somebody tell that to the world champion? He knows everything. But that evaluator said, your speech is not in line. And Mark said, when I looked at the evaluation and when I looked at the objectives of the speech, I found that I was correct. That person was correct. It was not in line. Somewhere I had digressed from the objectives of the speech. And I went and gave the speech again. So that's also one of the things that it teaches us, to say that how much experience we are, when we all go back, it's all about the basics. Okay. And one of the things that Toastmasters also teaches us, when you are giving something, when you're giving an evaluation, be very clear about it. Don't look at the person. That's what we say in an evaluation contest also. You are not judging the individual, you are judging the speech. You are judging the content of the speech. Now, this person also said there was a world ex-champion of public speaking standing there. For the evaluator, it does not matter. For the evaluator, it is just Mark Brown, Toastmaster, standing there, giving a speech. That speech was not in line with the speech objectives. That person gave a frank observation. And Mark went and repeated the speech later on. So that's also something that Toastmasters teaches us. So let's get along with our meeting. We've got 2 prepared speeches today. We actually had 3, but 1 speaker had to drop out. So 2 prepared speeches today. The first speaker is going to be me. I'll be delivering my speech. But before I deliver my speech, let me call upon my speech evaluator, Toastmaster Daniel Andrew, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, TMOD, DTM Sadish Menon. Yeah, of course, my first is prepared speaker is DTM Sadish Menon. About his project, he is going to give his level 4 project. His pathway is presentation mastery, and title of his speech is Make Yourself Visible. So the purpose of his project is to practice the skills need to effectively use public relations for any group or situation, and also the member to share some aspect of their public relations strategy. I wish you all the best. Over to you, TMOD, DTM Sadish Menon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel. And the title of the speech is Make Yourself Visible.
Visible.
Yeah. So when we are starting off in today's world, okay, there's a lot that we are seeing on social media, and each one of us is there in one form of social media or the other. Okay. And why are we there? We are there because we want to kind of project ourselves in whatever manner that we want to do. So some of us are there on Facebook, some of us are on Instagram, some of us are there on LinkedIn, some of us are there in all the 3, and there are other medias also where we could be. Some of us do write blogs, some of us have our own blogs where we go and contribute. We all do that because we want to share ideas. We want people to know about us. We want people to know about our experience. We want people to gain from our experience, and we also want to, in some mods, say, to share the limelight. But in all of this, when we are building a social media presence, be it for ourselves, be it for a group, it could be for a Toastmasters club, it could be for a organization. There are certain things that we need to kind of keep in mind. Let's start with ourselves, because that is the best way to start. Okay? When you're building a social media presence, you have to be very clear on what kind of image you want to portray. Okay? There are different things which you need to kind of keep in mind. You see on Facebook or Instagram, you see a lot of people who are influencers. So they will travel to places. Some talk about restaurants, some talk about books, some talk about food, some talk about traveling, some talk about people that they meet on the roads. Some people randomly call people and talk about their experiences. So everybody creates a genre for themselves. What is the genre that I want to kind of build a social media on? Okay. You see people who travel. You can go and see on YouTube. There are some people who actually travel by trains and create a kind of blog. So they travel by different trains and then they share their experiences. There are some who go around the city looking at new restaurants where we can go and eat. There are some who are very clear about books that they come across. They will review the books and all. Some talk about astrology. Some talk about uh, human relations. Okay. So creating a genre is very important. Okay. Because that is how you will get portrayed as part of your social media presence. The second one is on a professional manner, all of us know LinkedIn. Okay. So LinkedIn is one area where as a working professional or as an entrepreneur, we all need to be there. Now, when you go and create a profile on LinkedIn, you have to be very clear on that's a professional platform. It's not to be confused with Facebook or Instagram. Okay. So when you're there on LinkedIn, what you need to have is you need to have a proper profile of yours that shows your educational qualifications, your work experience. And then whatever you try and post on LinkedIn, it should be related to your skills. Okay. It cannot be related to something which is your hobbies. Okay. So if somebody goes and posts food reviews on LinkedIn, that's a definite no-no. Okay. What you need to post on LinkedIn is what you are doing as part of your work experience. What are the skills that you attained? What is your opinion or feedback on certain things that are happening in the professional workspace, in the technology, okay, and all of that. Okay. So that's how you create a profile on LinkedIn. Okay. It's very important when you create a social media profile on a platform like LinkedIn that you get people to recommend you. Okay. Why is that very important? Is that the more recommendations you get, the more network that you build, people come to know about you much better. Whatever post that you're doing on LinkedIn, okay, ensure that it is very clear to the role that you're doing in your professional life. It is very clear to the work that you're doing because that only will kind of build your network. That only will attract people to see that what are you speaking? Is that relevant to what you are talking about? When you're adding your qualifications on LinkedIn, please be sure that you add professional qualifications there. You can, any new skill that you pick up, you add that. Keep your profile more updated. Okay. That's very important for a social media presence, okay, especially on LinkedIn, because all the people who go there are people who are related to a professional setup. So if you're looking for a job, please make sure that your LinkedIn profile is clearly updated. Okay. If you're building connections, please clear that when you're building a connection, build connections before very clearly. Don't just randomly send requests to people to connect. Okay. Add a note saying why you want to connect. Okay. What is the reason for connect? Build a note so that they are very clear on why they are connecting with you. When you're posting articles, please be very clear that it relates to your workplace or your professional skills. Okay. Don't blindly cut copy paste. When you're writing about something, please do write on top of it as to why you are posting that particular article there, because that shows your feedback on that article. When you're commenting about certain people, articles, make sure that you do a proper commendation so that people feel that you're contributing more. Okay. That's how you build your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Facebook, Instagram is different. That is for another, I would say, another face of you, where you talk more about your hobbies, your interests to a different kind of an audience. Okay. So there is where you show your other skills. Okay, you may do a lot of traveling. You have a photography as an option, or you may have a particular sport that you pick up as an option. Okay, you will have a kind of your personal experiences people want to share, like a birthday or an anniversary. So those are the things that go into Facebook and LinkedIn. Sorry, Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Never confuse the two. I've seen people using LinkedIn like Facebook and Facebook like LinkedIn. That is something that we need to kind of clearly avoid. Why it is so important in today's times? Because the audience is different. Okay. The audience that goes to LinkedIn for something and the audience that comes to Facebook, Instagram is different. Okay. One is the professional side. One is your kind of a personal side, which talks about who you are. What you should not do in both of this is, if you want to be controversial, you can post controversial comments. But please be ensured that once you do that, you can get a lot of feedback. Negative, then you have to sit and handle that. Okay. Some influencers do try to create controversies by posting something so that it gets a lot of likes and then people will start commenting on it. But that's up to you. Okay. But in a normal setup, whenever you're posting something on a social media, whenever you want to grow your network, post about positive things that will happen to you. Post about what you learned. Post about whatever connections you build. Go comment on those connections if they have done something better. Give your feedback. Okay. Write articles based on your strength, your knowledge, skills that you are trying to develop. If you do those kind of things, you will see your social media profile slowly growing. Okay. When you see a lot of influencers on LinkedIn, they do that because they build that kind of a profile. They speak to their strengths. They they go and applaud people whenever they feel that somebody has done something good. They write, give feedback. Okay. They constantly try to build their network. They try to help out people. If somebody comes and says, I'm looking for a new opportunity, through that medium, they help and try to connect that people to different other places where they can go and build their own, get a new job or build a new network. Okay. That is how you build a social media presence. Okay. Writing blogs is also very important because if you write a blog, you are giving your thoughts out. But blogs can be written even on LinkedIn because that has a wider reach because you are getting a captive audience there, which is your network. Okay. And sometimes not sometimes, the more you write, the more the algorithm will kind of show your presence across uh, multiple people. So then a lot of people come to know what you're doing, provided you hashtag it in the right manner, you connect in the same groups and all that. So that's what you need to kind of do. So be very consistent in what you do. Be very clear in what you're trying to achieve. Ensure that it's all about you. Also, be very clear that you want to get into controversy, you can choose to, but please be sure that once you do that, the responses will be never ending. So you will have to kind of manage that. A lot of us do stay away from it. Stay relevant, stay current. Okay. It's not that you create a profile and don't visit it. Stay relevant, stay current, keep updating it, keep commenting, and slowly you will see your reach getting better and better. And you will have a substantial presence as the days progress. Thank you, and back to the Toastmaster of the day. That was my speech. And our second speaker for today is our Club Vice President Education, Toastmaster Shivakumaran. And before Toastmaster Shivakumaran commences his speech, let me call upon his speech evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Alex Jacob, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Sadish Menon. Our speaker, Sivakumaran, is attempting path completion project. It's a reflective speech. The purpose of this speech is to remember to share the path completion process and also share some aspects of from the whole learning process. The time allotted is 10 to 12 minutes. All the best to our speaker.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Alex Jacob. Toastmaster Shivakumaran, he needs no introduction. He is the Vice President Education of our club and also the officiating president in today's meeting. A very passionate Toastmaster. He's not only in the club but also outside the club at the area, division, district. He's played varied roles, brings the right enthusiasm and energy into the meeting. And as mentioned, he's completing his this is his path completion project, 10 to 12 minute speech. So Toastmaster Shivakumaran, the uphill climb and the downhill coast. The uphill climb and the downhill coast, Toastmaster Shivakumaran.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon, for the warm introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I am standing here ecstatically and so happily to share, to present my speech here, because I feel so happy that I'm going to complete a pathway, presentation mastery. And I still remember the first speech what I have given. It was given on meeting number 291 on 9th October 2024. The title of my first speech is, the icebreaker speech is, Success is a Journey, Not a Destination. Lucky to say that my journey so far in Toastmasters is so similar and aligned with the topic what I have spoken. Success is a journey, not a destination. Because it, because so many different speeches I have given, there were so many learnings that we have got. Aligned to our today's topic, what I have taken, the upclimb hills and the downhill coast. I have so many ups and down moments I had during my 1 year journey in Toastmasters. And I am happy to share some of my experiences today with all of you members and reflect on my path, what I have come across. To start with my icebreaker speech, again with the title Success is a Journey, Not a Destination, I prepared my speech and I have given it to my mentor Alex Jacob. I requested him to share some thoughts. He advised me some points like what are content I have to reduce more, and some other small adjustments he had advised to me. But by the time I don't know anything about public speaking or anything about script making, my concentration was only to prepare a script which is interesting and which will attract more audience, which will attract the listeners towards myself. So I have prepared the script and prepared the script and I have by-hearted it. I have by-hearted it and come and deliver to the meeting. As usual, when we by heart a script, what happens is we get many blanks that happen in between the speech. We forget the script. The same happened to me. I forgot it 3 times. I looked at my mobile in between my speech. It was not a very long pass where I took so much of time to revisit my script. I looked at it and I was able to deliver that. It was an online meeting and I enjoyed delivering my speech. Then moving on to the next speech is my next three speech. I have to confess here, I taken it completely out of ChatGPT because my intention then was to deliver my speeches, continuously deliver my speeches, give more and more speeches, which will increase my proficiency as a public speaker. So I was not giving importance to the content. I simply take the objective from Pathway, put it on ChatGPT or in any other AI chatbot, and get the script from there. Make some small changes in between, and then present it in the club. I was able to by heart it completely, and with many blanks, I was able to deliver in the meeting successfully. I enjoyed the journey. In this, my only learning process is I understood content, organization, and delivery. What the content says, how it has to be, then how it has to be organized, then how it has to be delivered. For example, in these three speeches, I learned a speech should have an opening, then it should have a body, which should have, which should contain the rule of three, the power of three. Three main key messages, which emphasizes my whole speech message, and at last conclusion. Before conclusion, I should have a call to action, which will give more value to the audience. I understood and I learned these important factors on giving a speech during the rest of the level one speeches. Moving on to level two, this is where the interesting part starts. The speech objective is effective body language. So I decided to prepare my own script, which is fake it till you make it. The experience I had during my college days campus interview. I was skeptical because I was skeptical and embarrassed, I would say, because it is my own story. I have faked it to get selected in campus interview. I was worrying what the audience would think about me, what the listeners would think about me. But somehow I thought myself, 15 after 15 years, I was still able to laugh at and revisit that memory with so much of happiness inside me. If I share that, my audience and club members also will definitely enjoy that. That is why I have prepared it and delivered that. It was so happy. I was so happy that the audience received it really well, and the speech was very good. In this speech only, I started using different type of quotes, say phrases, and literary devices. For example, this is a good experience I had. What I was is, in Tamil we have this song, right? ஓட 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 தூரம் குறையல, தேட 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 பாட்டு முடியல, போக 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 ஒண்ணும் புரியல, ஆக மொத்தம் ஒண்ணு விளங்கல. So this is a line which I enjoyed a lot listening to. I put it in English in my script like, life flowed endlessly, yet everything remained same for me. That was the way I included that in my script. I really enjoyed that a lot, and that's what and again some other phrases like my castle of dreams have shattered completely. With this script writing, I understood your core message, your core the actual message is the brownie cake. Then these literary devices are the icing on the cake. It is the decorative items. So surely audience will enjoy the cake when they listen, enjoy your speech when they listen to you, like eating the cake. But if you have more decorative factors like this literary devices and quotes used in it, when the cake comes into the room itself, the audience will rule. This kind of similar effect these literary devices will enhance in your speech. I understood that, and it was really enlightening for me, I would say. Then before in the first level one speeches, the structure was so what to say, stable. It comes with opening three, rule of three key moments and a conclusion. So I can easily place myself. Key in the message one, key message two, key message three. Come front for emphasize the call to action and closure message. Go back for go back for some other resonating the moments. But here I have taken the format of say a message, tell a story, and state a message, give a message. So I don't know how to do that because I don't know how to make my stage presence in this particular moment. So I started walking like this, rhythmic moments. To my point of view, I enjoyed it because I was telling my own story to my audience, and it is like conveying a message to a friend. But later I realized it should not be done, as even the stage moments has to be moved with purpose. I have to do some positions in my stage to emphasize the message so it is easy for the audience to receive my message. This kind of learnings I had in my in my second speech. Then level two completed. By the time I entirely decided there will not be any chat GPT scripts because in Toastmasters, the speeches are given not to impress the audience, but to give value to the audience. Using chat GPT scripts, maybe your script will stand for that day, but it won't be authentic and it won't be credible. So you have to use your own knowledge to write the script and deliver your speech. With that knowledge, I moved on to level three. By the time ISC contest also has come, I, this fake it till you make it has secured a place for me in ISC contest, and I made a blunder mistake. The mistake was I decided I will prepare a new script. When I told this to my mentor Alex, he clearly said, Shiva, it is not advisable because a script which you have prepared, if you're going for contest, you have to three, four, present it 3-4 times before the audience. If it is delivered to different clubs, then your practice and your experience on the script, your comfort level on the script will be more. But I was like, no, it is not like that. I can deliver easily. I was overconfident, and I prepared the script theory of manifestation. If I say fake it till you make it is a fifth standard student, theory of manifestation is a 10th standard student. It has so much of emotion, it has so much of call to action, it has so much of transformational value what I can give to the audience. But unfortunately, I did not practice. I went right on to the area contest, stand before the co-contestants and the audience. I given my 30 seconds of speech, and after that I completely blanked out. I would have practiced that script for 100 times, but still, because it was the first time I'm delivering a prepared speech before an audience. Until then, I have delivered before my club members like this. I was delivering before a mobile phone, but delivering before the audience, I completely frozen and I couldn't utter any word. In 2 minutes, I said I couldn't continue and I was disqualified from the speech. So I understood with that a speech will have connectedness, relatedness, and engagement. So, connectedness is like connecting with your audience, it's like bringing them to your theater. Relatedness is like allowing them inside your theater and placing them in the theater. Then engagement is keeping them engaged, giving more and more points and having keeping your audience happy. I lost myself in the time of connectedness itself. At the first place itself, I lost myself. Then I realized I have to practice more before the audience to increase my proficiency. After that, my journey was completely different. I started practicing before different set of audience, and I was able to uh, uh, easily connect with easily deliver my speech with all the members. And now I'm not distracted by the audience, because audience will make different face expressions, different reactions. Somebody will watch at the mobile, somebody will nod at you, somebody will smile at you, somebody will stare at you if your point has stood against them. All these experiences I got, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank Alex, Jacob, Priyank, and Bilal. They have given me stage opportunities where I stood and I practiced my connectedness with the audience. To conclude, I would say when I started public speaking, I thought it is something I'm going to learn. But by the end of by the time I completed my pathway, I realized the speech is not for me; it is for the audience. So the delivering the message properly is actually the victory for the speaker. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
So,
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran, for sharing your speaking journey with us. Yes, it's very, very important for all of us to continue on the speaking journey. And Toastmasters is a platform where we all come in to be better. Okay, so there is nothing that we are here to compete with. Okay, we are all here to learn, and learning is what happens over a period of time. So why are we here? One of the most important things is to learn and to improve. And as I mentioned earlier, learning is something which doesn't come overnight. You can't become a master of something overnight. And what we do at a club level, we all have our give our speeches. We have the best speaker of the day, best eval. But that's just a motivation kind of a thing to motivate people to participate in meetings. That by no means to say that those who didn't win, those who are not voted as best speaker of the day on that day are not good speakers. No, they are not. All of them have done their best. All of them are learning by doing it. I've seen a lot of people uh, in the international speech contest who for years and years are trying to get onto the world stage, but they cannot. Okay. Are we saying that they are not good speakers? They are good speakers. It's only that when you go and compete at a larger level, uh, you sometimes have people whom the judges think that are better on that day. That's only thing that I can say. Of the 10, 8 or 9 people who compete in a speech contest, only one person will win. But what about the others? Only thing is, on that day, the judges perceived their speech, the winner's speech, to be better than their speech. It's about it. Everybody gives a great speech. But the learnings out of that are very, very important. And that's something which Toastmasters also helps us in one way or the other. I had in my earlier organization, we had a Toastmasters club, and there was one individual who was a very shy individual. When he joined Toastmasters, he never would open up in a Toastmasters meeting. Over a period of time, he started speaking more, he started getting confident, he started competing in speech contests. And one day he came and told me that he's got a job in a bigger organization. And I was very happy. I said, yes, that's good. But then he said he got this job because of Toastmasters. And I said, I'm very happy that Toastmasters helped you build that confidence that you're now going and joining a bigger organization. But then he said, no, that's not the case. That's also the case, but there is something more to it. I said, what is it? He said, when I went for the interview, my technical interview lasted only 5 minutes. The rest of the time, me and the interviewer were both talking about pathways, because the interviewer was also a Toastmaster. So you never know where things can connect and where you can kind of get better opportunities. So that's also one of the things in Toastmasters, that better opportunities that come up help us scale the ladder. But only thing that we have to kind of ensure is that we stay consistent. That's very, very important, which is why we tell people, when you're attending a Toastmasters meeting, always be consistent, always give your speeches regularly, always take roles regularly. If you're trying to learn something, that learning can only happen if you practice. If you practice, only then you will learn. Okay. You're not just going to kind of become expert by just sitting in a meeting and doing nothing. Okay. So this is what is very consistency will always beat anything, any day. Okay. The more you practice, the more you speak, the more you gain experiences, the more you become better. And one of the best steps to gain that speaking experience is the table topic session, which is coming up next. And to conduct the table topic session, let me call upon a Toastmaster who is also a comparatively new member to a club. He's an MCA graduate working in Accenture as an RPA developer, has a total experience of 8 years. He says that he joined Toastmasters to improve his communication and public speaking skills and leadership skills. So please welcome Toastmaster Anbarasan as the table topic master for today's meeting.
Thank you, TMOD Satish Menon. Good morning, everyone. Now we are moving into one of the most exciting segments. I'm Toastmaster Anbarasan. I'll be playing table topic master today. This is our impromptu speaking session where speakers get a chance and to think on their fleet, to speak without preparation. I'll call a speaker or guest and give a topic. The speaker has to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll tell you, there is no right or wrong answers. So the goal is to speak clearly and confidently. So let's begin our table topic masters. Any volunteers first?
Yeah, Anambarsan, this is Digvijay.
Yeah, Digvijay.
Yeah.
So first, why do challenges come to our lives and how do they shape who we are? I'll repeat if you want.
No, it is fine.
Okay.
Thank you for giving this opportunity, Toastmaster Anbarasan. So it's a very, very nice topic. Why challenges come to us
into our lives
and shape our life, right?
Yes.
Yes, because everyone is aware that in our life it cannot be smooth. It like a heartbeat, it always goes up down until it is going, it shows that the life is moving. So challenges are part of it. So when challenges comes, it comes to us to show that we are alive. If there is no challenge, trust me, you are not, you are almost a dead man, I would say. That will be very harsh, but there is no person in the world who does not have any challenges. So challenges you should take as an opportunity to check yourself how strong you are, and how strong your mind is, and take it as an opportunity to learn that that I'm going to get some experience with it. Just get, get charged with it. Oh, I got some challenge. It's a way of communicating with the God. Trust me, you get more connected to God when you are challenged with something. So it definitely makes us a good human being. And when we fight with the challenge and come out with it with proudly, then definitely it gives us a boost, and it makes us mentally strong, and it shapes our future very beautifully. So challenges are, always take challenges as a uh, as an opportunity for learning, to get an experience, and that will only make you strong, I would say. Thank you, Toastmaster and Basan.
Thank you, Dikvijay. And take the first person to take the topics and sharing your thoughts. Okay, next one, Keshavan, raise your hands. I'll go with the Keshavan. So, Keshavan, your question is, why is gratitude important and what are you grateful for today? I'll repeat, why is gratitude important and what are you grateful for today? Keshavan.
Thank you, Toastmaster and Table Topic Master Anberson. It's a very, very important topic you have given me. Gratitude is important in all aspects. It's one feeling that everyone has to be grateful of. We are grateful of each and everything which you have been undergoing right now. So I'm in Toastmasters right now. I'm having a job right now. So each and every minute we are taking it forward, and gratitude is one thing uh, we are grateful for. Without gratitude, I think our submissiveness will not be there. Gratitude, when gratitude is there, submissiveness is there. So I feel that gratitude is one part of an endorphin where when someone does something for us, we are grateful for it. But life itself is a gratitude. Uh, we have taken a birth regarding with gratitude. So in that sense, whatever job, careers we are into, never expected that I'll be doing a good public speaking or podcast consulting. That itself is a great boon and gratitude for me. So and that's why I'm grateful for everything. So that's the thing, Toastmaster Anbrasan. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for the lovely topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Keshavan, for sharing your thoughts. Next, I think Nitya raise your hands. Yeah. So, why do small habits create big changes? Share one habit that changed your life. I'll repeat, why do small habits create big changes? Share one habit that changed your life. Nitya.
Small habits.
Yeah. Create a big changes.
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Small habits. Let me tell you, small habit. Everything starts small. A flood comes from the very, very tiny raindrop. The ocean is full of that very tiny raindrop forms a ocean. So when we tell something as small, it is small. It has the power. It has the potential to become a big. So small habits, like in my childhood days, my father and mother taught me to wake up, and the next moment I have to brush my teeth. Till today, I'm following it. It is it's small thing for me now, but when I make my child to do that, it's a big thing. So when we see something as very small, it is small. and we are doing it consistently. It forms into a habit, and it is making I don't have any cavities till today, and I'm grateful for that. It started small, with a very strict father and mother, but I have some friends, they have cavities, and they have problems, facing it, because of that. But I'm very happy. I have a healthy tooth. It's very small thing I'm telling. When it comes to some other small habits, if I'm taking steps to wake up early, but I couldn't do that every day because of my work at night. I'm sleeping late, so I couldn't do what I need to do. But still, consistently, taking baby steps to do that. And my in my home, they used to tell me, you are waking up only when it is a meeting. So meeting is my cup of tea, and happy to be here. Thank you. Over to you, table topics master.
Thank you, Nitya, sharing for your thoughts. And you started with a very good example. Tiny water becomes ocean.
Anbarasan, we
So,
can have two more topics, okay? And then we can close.
okay, sir. Thank you. So, any volunteers next?
Yeah, I will take Muthupandi.
Yeah, okay. So, why do we pretend to be serious when our inner voice is laughing? Your topic is, why do we pretend to be serious when our inner voice is laughing?
Yeah. Thank you for giving this topic. Actually, this topic is mostly related to me. Okay, thank you for giving this. So the inner voice is laughing, so I need to be serious, because if I am not serious in inner laughing, then others can easily laugh into me when I'm speaking to anything, or when I'm express my thoughts to someone. So that is a major things. So for examples, if I am giving some jokes or anything, then that could not be affected to others. So that kind of seriousness I could be in my mind. So my inner that means also is that no, it's not going to be work, or it's not going to be that means publicly, uh how I can say that, it's not could be and good things like that, but my mind says that, like, yeah, no, it will work correctly, so you can proceed that like that. So that time I can say my thoughts to the others, then it will work for me. So conclude with that, that inner, whatever that inner choice saying that it's not good or it's laughing, then I need to get seriousness. So thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Muthupandi. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And one more question, the last question. I think Umar Nadaraj raised their hands. Okay. So your question is, why does time move so fast on weekends but so slow during meetings? Sorry, weekdays. I'll repeat your question. Why does time move so fast on weekends but so slow on weekdays?
Time and tide wait for none. This is the famous quote that we all have heard. But why does time move very slow on weekdays and very fast on weekends? That is the question. On weekdays, we are doing some monotonous job, day in, day out, the same thing for a housewife, the same cleaning work, then arranging the clothes, looking after the kids, packing the breakfast and lunch, everything. And for an office goer, it's the same job again and again. But during the weekends, we look forward to so many things. For example, a person who is not able to attend Toastmasters meetings on weekdays, he looks forward to attend an early morning meeting on Saturday if he's really a passionate Toastmaster. And on Saturdays and Sundays. And the housewives, they look forward to go for an outing with the family, and an interesting outing to a nearby place. The children also look forward to be with the parents. So it's all a different kind of atmosphere on week ends and different on weekdays. So I think that's the reason why everyone looks forward to the weekends. And as soon as the Friday morning starts, everybody, I recently went abroad and I could see that enthusiasm in everyone. More than people here in India, people abroad are looking forward for the weekends because they give their 100% during the weekdays. And during weekends, they just want to relax and go out and enjoy. So I'm sure everybody likes that change. And that's why people look forward to the weekends more than the weekdays. I'm sure you'll agree with me too. Over to you.
Yeah, and definitely I'll agree with you. Thank you, Monod. That's it for the session. Thank you for all the speakers and guests for taking these topics. With that, I'll hand over the meeting to TMOD. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anbarasan, for conducting a very effective table topic session, and many thanks to all the guests guests and members who volunteered and shared their views on the topic that was given. Now we've come to the session where we learn a lot in every Toastmasters meeting, learn how to improve gradually, consistently on whatever we have set out to do in our Toastmasters journey, and that is the evaluation session. And to conduct the evaluation session, let me call back our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Bala Murugesh.
Thank you, TMOD DTM Satish Menon. This was my first role being a general evaluator, but it's very interesting, though I was not able to give a lot of priority to the content. I was more like a policing officer to find, okay, what is that I can do, what is that I cannot do. And there was a small note in the agenda page which says it's called a sandwich technique of evaluation. I was interested. It's just one small word. When I Googled it, it says you give a praise, then you recommend, and then you give a praise. I've not heard about it. So that shows how efficiently I'm participating into the day-to-day operations. Coming to the evaluation, one interesting stuff when Shiva handed over, it was very happy, and then we started on time. DTM Priyang was very
We have to
interested.
call upon the evaluator 1 to evaluate the prepared speaker 1.
Okay. I would like to call upon Daniel Andrew for evaluating DTM Satish. Over to you, Daniel.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Bala. Thank you. Today we had a privilege of listening to our DTM Satish Menon deliver an insightful speech on make yourself visible to others. He started with his speech how each of us can build our visibility using effective public relation strategy. He right from the opening, he captured our attention with a clear and compelling message about why being visible is no longer optional but necessary. His speech was well structured, moving very smoothly from the importance of visibility through social media presence. So how to use social media for making our visibility. He started telling different tools, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and how do we progress ourselves through social media for public relations strategy. As a seasoned Toastmasters, he delivered with confident and polished message. His eye contact was very steady, and his gestures were purposeful, and his tone was very clear and authority. These elements enhanced the credibility of the message, kept the audience engaged. He shared that example, which was very simple and effective, and helping the audience understand how public relations strategy really applies in in the real life. The couple of suggestions to elevate his speech further. The first thing is adding a short personal story. So he has mentioned many techniques. How do we approach, how do you make our presence in the social media? But instead, if he has added one personal example or someone's example, how he has made visibility through the social media or Instagram thing, that will deepen an emotional connection with the audience. And second thing is sharpening the close call to action with one strong punch. So he has guidelined many points. How do we do the public relation strategy? But any strong line, punchlines that will motivate other people to do it immediately. So overall, he has given a very great speech, very easy to, it is very applicable to all the members. That with clear message, but the 2 points can improve the speech further, more elevate in a better way. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Daniel, Andrew. I would call upon DTM Alex Jacob to share his evaluation about the speaker two, Shivakumaran, Toastmaster Shivakumaran. Over to you, Alex.
All right, thank you, Shiva, and my dear speaker, Shiva Kumaran. First of all, congratulations for completing pathways level, fun level. So let's give him a big round of applause because not many in Toastmasters complete such levels, and that too in a span of 1 year and 2 months. So it definitely deserves a big round of applause. So congratulations, Shiva. So this speech was all about a reflection of your path. How was the experience? And I definitely believe he did a lot of justice to the whole reflection and reflective speech which he had given. So two things stood out for me was one was the authenticity, and second was courage. Why would I say authenticity? Most of the time when we are put in something and we need to share our experiences, we try to share something really good, which was nice, which was pleasurable. But what Shiva did today was not just something nice. He also went into something which was not so nice, his failures, failing in the contest and failing when the speech which he has prepared and he forgotten, and he's sharing that with us. So I believe that was very courageous. And second, the overall flow was brilliant. What was your experience you learned in level 1 and level 2, level 3? And how did you approach your mentor? And overall, what are the learning objectives through Toastmasters? I believe he did brilliant. He did a real justice to that. And the third thing I would definitely say, which was a standout factor of this today's speech, was the way in which you added personal stories and the Toastmaster objectives. You correlated, you linked. So you mentioned it is not about impressing the audience, but adding value to the audience, which was, I believe, which was beautifully done. So now coming to a speech like a reflective speech, are there any scope for improvements? I would definitely say there are, but in this speech it is very limited because that was an honest reflective speech. So a couple of thoughts probably you could think through. One is, though you have shared your reflective speech, probably somewhere you probably would have missed out the audience. So what we could have done here differently, I was thinking. So the probably one area which you think, say, before the speech start or during the speech, you're saying that I'm sure some of you are in your level ones, you're an icebreaker, and you want to complete the pathways, right? Now, probably you're stuck in your journey. What do you need to do? Call up your mentor, write your script, send to him, or give you a speech. You fail and reflect from the failure. So in this process, as the evaluation says, right, audience awareness, engagement can be a lot better. So I think that is one thing. Second, in between, I heard this word, a blunder mistake or something you mentioned. So a blunder itself is a big mistake. So it's an oxymoron. So probably could have avoided that. Overall, congratulations, Shiva. Thanks for enriching and enlightening us. You shared a wonderful experience, and thank you so much for the inspiration for completing your pathways pathways. Thank you, and over to our general evaluator, Bala.
Thank you, DTM Alex. I would call upon my colleagues to share their report. First, to timer, TTM Priyan, can you share your report?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, the prepared speaker 1, Distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon, came in at 9 minutes 52 seconds. Prepared speaker 2, Toastmaster Shivakumaran, came in at 13 minutes 13 seconds. In the table topic section, table topic speaker number 1, Toastmaster Tigvijay, came in at 2 minutes. Table topic speaker number 2, Keshav, came in at 1 minute 30 seconds. Table topic speaker number 3, Toastmaster Nitya, came in at 2 minutes 28 seconds. Table topic speaker number 4, guest Muthupandi, came in at 1 minute 20 seconds. Table topic speaker number 5, Toastmaster Uma Nadraj, came in at 1 minute 50 seconds. Coming to the evaluation speeches, Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Daniel, came in at 3 minutes. And Evaluator 2, Distinguished Toastmaster Alex Jacob, came in at 2 minutes 10 seconds. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Priyank. Now about the R counter. I do a lot of R. Sorry. Daniel had 3 R's. Toastmaster Satish had 1. Toastmaster Shiva had 1. Toastmaster Anbarasan had 2 R's. Toastmaster Nitya had 5 R's. Toastmaster Muthupandi had 5 R's. Rest all like Uma, Daniel, Toastmaster Alex, Toastmaster Keshav, Toastmaster Digvijay did not use any R in their regular thing. So they were able to think through and then speak without a filler word. Congratulations. I would also request grammarian Toastmaster Vijay to share his report.
Okay. Thank you, General Evaluator Bala. Team, I'm here with the report of grammatical improvements and the slippages. First, Toastmaster, Toastmaster of the day, DTM Satish Menon. He has used good usage of language, flavor of the season, and spring played. So that's very, yeah, that was a fantastic usage of the word here. And another one he has used is another face of you and substantial presence. So these are the very good, I mean, the combination of the words that he has used in his conversation. Some grammatical errors, though. Few are like the repeated words like okay, okay, or very, very. So that can be avoided. The next one is Toastmaster Bala, and he's the only one use that word of the day usage, which is embellished. Thanks Bala for remembering that and used it. And one another good usage of language he used is sandwich technique of evaluation. Yes. And the next speaker, Toastmaster Shiva, he has used a lot of good language, good words, the combination. Lucky to say that. Emphasizes, yeah, skeptical and embarrassed. Castle of the dreams shattered. Icing on the cake. Enlightening me. Rhythmic moments. Authentic and credible. Right onto the stage. Proficiency. Yeah, proficient content. So these are the words he has used, and some grammatical errors like small adjustments, so that can be avoided. And once he has mentioned like come and deliver the meeting instead of came and delivered, he should have used the past. And more content and different facial expressions. So these are the mistakes he had done. One another thing like the evaluator mentioned, blunder mistake. So blunder is a mistake itself, so that he could have avoided it. Next, the table topic. During table topic, Toastmaster Keshavan used very, and one good usage is submissiveness. So that he has used in a very interesting way. And guest Ditya Soundarya also used very. Guest Uma Natraj used looking forward to and insightful speech. So these are some good usage of language she has used. Evaluator Daniel Andrew used privilege of listening to the speech. And DTM Alex Jacob used reflection of the path. So this is the overall report that I have observed during the conversation. Thank you very much for your time listening this. Over to you, Evaluator Paula.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for the corrections and the grammarian report on what is that we can do and how we can do it. Being an online meeting, though we have a provision called as word of the day, sometimes it doesn't come up on the face when we write it on the board or something. We keep using it and then we repeat it. We don't have an option. Let's find out how we can do it. About the general evaluation session, interesting thing which we had today was DTM Priyank's introduction of a timer app with an alarm. Though it was a bit disturbing and annoying, but we give a lot of weightage to everybody's time. So there are 18 participants, everybody wants to learn. So we have rules, agenda, and when something comes up, we are very passionate in cutting short our thing. It stops our flow, but the interesting stuff I see is something new which has been introduced. Congratulations to DTM Priyank on that. Few suggestions for other members who are available. I see that your cameras are switched off. It's my personal suggestion, when I'm engaged, I would be more visible, and I'm very cautionate in explaining what I'm trying to do or what we do. It's just like a physical meeting. But when we are available, we know that we are at home and a lot of disturbances keep coming up and down. It is better. Our attention spans, our learning keeps. That's one of the note which I do it. Talking about TMOD, Toastmaster, TTM Toastmaster Satish Menon, he used a lot of interesting phrases and his experience of 15 years of Toastmastering. Like it says, we are not judging a person, we are judging the speech, or we are judging the process. So we don't take offensive language, or we don't take it offensive because it is not to point out somebody's mistake. It is for us to correct ourselves. How do we amend it? Though this Toastmaster spoke in multiple areas, I would keep adding up whenever I make my report. Few corrections. I don't know whom I need to discuss, but if the agenda we could amend it, it will be better. Like Toastmaster Gayatri had to drop out. Her name was not introduced updated in the agenda. For a guest or somebody who wants to follow it, it might be difficult. There are some persons who are there and the owner who are not able to, for example, Santosh was not available. If we had known, or we have a breakout room like where we could, the members can be sharing comments, it will be better, because I've seen this in one of the club is my finding. About Toastmaster Satish, he had a very good continuous flow of thought and a continuous delivery. When he's able to think something, he was able to flow. That flow was because of his vocabulary and language. He was giving a lot of inputs about how a profile has to be made, how a LinkedIn has to be efficiently used, not like a Facebook. And he says very carefully, you will have to update your skills and your professional thing. And while giving a command, it is very essential. We need to think twice, because it's not only the member who's seeing it, it's also the other person of the world who perceives what kind of command you're doing it. It is a lot of learnings from Toastmaster Satish Menon's Toastmastering and his personal journey of being an entrepreneur and the other options. Well, talking about Toastmaster Shivakumaran, he was very happy in talking. I could see the smile in his speech. He had a good usage of the space. He was able to move on. He also said when to move and when not to move. One recommendation I could give him is, in case if he can put a virtual background in his screen, the one thing which was disturbing audience might be was the fan was going behind your head. So we were like a Vishnu Chakra, there was something Chakra running around. So we were very carefully watching what was going behind it. But in case if that can also be avoided, it was very interesting to know. And you were telling about the uphill, downhill of the Toastmaster experience was really interesting. And you were also explaining about the icing on the cake, which says you use of quotes, Tamil phrases, which catches attention. Because at the end of the day, after your speech is there, your words still remain. And your interesting carryover was not to use ChatGPT. The flow would be interesting. But after the session, you would have a wow, but it's still very small lift. We don't learn from is interesting to this literally a very good flow. And the interesting stuff, I made a personal notice not to get distracted by the audience comments or feedback that we did learn over a period of time. About Toastmaster of the day, there was something like he was very specific in saying we have all come here to learn and be better. We don't learn by sitting idle. So we need to take up roles and responsibilities. So that actually motivated me to take up the R counter. I was very skeptical because I need to take two roles, but internally I thought if I have an opportunity, why don't I make use of it? So it was very careful in managing what others were mentioning about it. While talking about the table topic session handled by Toastmaster Anbarasan, he was very happy in giving the topics to the individual members. Like when Toastmaster Digvijay was very specific, he used a very good body language, though in his camera he was able to show his joy, and which actually spread about in the meeting. And Toastmaster Anbarasan was very careful in asking, do I need to repeat the question? That was a very professional way of asking, because you don't pre-assume that everybody knows everything. It was a very interesting part to ask. And Digvijay, since he understood the question in the first session, he took up the lead and then he proceed further. Talking about Toastmaster Keshav, in case if we can pin the thing, I think there were 3 members who were not pinned while talking. I think we will need to figure it out how we can also do it. Your videos are switched off. We would like to also see when you present. About Toastmaster Nitya, it was very interesting. You are talking about building habits, how it was doable. You were able to think through with your nature explanation. It was very interesting for us to do it. Toastmaster Muthupandi, we would like to, okay, you initially appreciated the Toastmaster for giving an interesting topic where we are doing it. And this is the general evaluation from my side. I would pass it on to the Toastmaster of the day for his next proceedings. Over to you, Toastmaster DTM Satish Menon.
Thank you very much for that very detailed evaluation, general evaluation, Toastmaster Bala Murugesan. A big round of applause because he's doing it for the first time, and he has done, I think, full justice to the role. Also, he doubled up as the R counter in today's meeting, which is not very easy for a member to do dual roles and still give a very detailed evaluation on the entire proceedings of the meeting. Thank you very much for your deep analysis and feedback on today's meeting. With this, we've come towards the end of the meeting, and I would now want to hand the control back over to our officiating president, our VP Education for today, because our president is not available for the time being. So let me call back our officiating president, Toastmaster Shivakumaran.
Yeah, thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. And I would like to, Daniel, Sergeant at Arms Daniel, kindly publish the poll. I know we are little over time.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, thank you.
I think poll is launched now. It is visible now, right? I request all the
Yes.
participants to vote, please.
Please. Everyone kindly vote. So we will I know who are the best members for country. I'm also voting. Give me a second. Thank you. And I would like to request some feedback from some of the guests before we moving on with the poll results. Can I have hello? Muthupandi, can you please share your feedback?
Yes, thank you. This session is very helpful for me to that means to grow my personality development. So in this essence, what I understand, without script and preparations, we cannot able to deliver our speech in the public places or in developing our communications aspects. So this is very helpful to me to understand these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Muthupandi, for your feedback. Then Samir, can you please give your feedback on today's meeting?
Me, right?
Samir, right?
Yes. Yes, I'm joined last week also I'm joined, and I'm a member from this December. This is my first month as a Toastmaster as a member, and we have alternate Sunday meetings. So this is my for me. This is good for me for join you all of you guys with on Wednesday online in every day every week. So I like this club because. Even we guests there we you gave us opportunity to impromptu speaking which is very good with and we you give us there is a Toastmaster there your members your club, so I like that, and yes, I will attend more and more meetings. So thank you all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Samir. Thank you for your feedback. And Nitya, can you please quickly share your feedback? Okay,
Yes,
Uma
good
Natraj.
morning again.
Sure.
It's an embellished meeting. Kudos to both Satish Menon and Bala for taking dual role. I understood the importance of LinkedIn content relevancy today. Thank you for that, Toastmaster of the Day. Learned a lot about pathway experience from Toastmaster Sivakumaran. I could relate me to most of his experiences, and congratulations on completing your pathway, Toastmaster Sivakumaran. And thank you, Anbarasan, for your wonderful topics. It was more relatable, and we could answer easily, and also a little bit insightful answers we could give for your questions. Happy to hear from Alex's evaluation too. And Timer Priyang was all along the meeting, and she was very keen about the timing. And I'm happy to be part of here. And Grammarian Vijay, you did a great job today. Kudos to all of you. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry I
Nitya, for your.
couldn't come on camera because I'm handling my kids.
We know that, Nitya. Thank you. And Uma Natraj, few words, please, on today's meeting.
Shiva, results are ready now. Can we announce now?
Yes. Daniel, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the best main role player goes to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Bala Murugesan. And best table topic speaker is our guest speaker, Toastmaster Nitya Soundarya. And our best tag role player goes to our grammarian, Toastmaster Vijay. And today's best prepared speaker goes to Toastmaster Shivakumaran. And best evaluator, individual speech evaluator, goes to DTM Alex. So congratulations to all the winners. Over to you, Shiva.
Thank you for all your hard work and your dedicated work, Daniel. You deserve a lot of kudos from you. And today's meeting was really fantastic. I enjoyed my the start of the day. I given a speech and enjoy. It was a fantastic start for me. I would say, and a similar way, everybody would have received the same kind of experience today. With this, I adjourn today's meeting 349. Please join us for the next meeting. We will keep you posted with all the updates when and where it is happening. Thank you, and we can
Thank you.
close the meeting, Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.